Hi everyone, I'm Catherine and I'm here today to share with you the top underrated series, in my opinion, that are out there that people don't seem to be reading as much. And I'm going to share them with you so maybe you can go and check them out and read more and spread the love. So, first series is one that, like most of my favorite books, is in storage. But anyways, it is I guess you could technically classify it as new adult, but the romance series that Rachel Vincent came out with before her first YA series, which was the Soul Screamer series. And the first book is called, oh, I can't remember this series. I will put the picture right here. But it is fantastic. It is from when I was like heavily into the paranormal romance books, and it is about your main character whose name I forget because it's been a while since I've read them. But she is a werecat, and it is full of politics and romance and sexy times and awesomeness. And I think there's only 6 books in the series. So it is definitely a good length, good series. You guys should go and check it out. Now, the second series, I'm actually in the middle of listening to the last book on audiobook, and that is the Parasol Protectorate series by Gail Carriger. I love this series. It, of course, is also in storage, all of the books, which is why I'm listening to the last one on audiobook, because I don't have my copy to read and they don't have it at the library. But it is awesome. You have your main character, Alexia McCon, née Terabati, and she's awesome, and she is soulless. She has no soul. And it's paranormal romance with steampunk mixed in. It is an awesome combination that you wouldn't necessarily think would work together, but it does fantastically so. And finally, I have ones that I can share in physical form. So, my first series is the Skin series by Robin Wassman. This is the first book. It's actually a trilogy. This trilogy came out several years ago. I completely stumbled across this purely by accident. I was waiting for a friend to finish work at the mall, and I went into the huge indigo store that was there and started reading it because I had a couple hours to kill. And it is amazing. It is a futuristic, kind of dystopian, and the main character gets into a huge car crash, and her parents are able to, due to new technology, upload her brain into a robot body. Next is Feed by Mira Grant. This book, it's not going to be for everyone at all. I never know how to properly describe this book. It's very dry, but that's a good thing. I don't know, it's weird. It is such a weird book. It is zombies, as you may be able to tell from, you know, the blood splatter on the cover. But it's set in the near future where the cure for cancer has created this super virus which turns any mammal over, or any living thing over like 15 pounds or something, into the possibility of becoming a zombie if they die. And when this happened, the global news didn't break the story. They tried to cover it up. So the global news has been shoved aside, and the world is ruled news-wise by bloggers, which is awesome. It is so amazing to see bloggers in such a fantastically brilliant light. And then you have your two main characters, Sean and Georgia, and they are siblings. And you follow them around, and like shit gets crazy. It is awesome. If you can push past like the first 100 pages, I know it's going to be really, really boring and really, really dry and kind of weird, but trust me, it's well worth the read. Next series is the Circle of Magic series by Tamara Pierce. So this was the first book of hers that I've ever read, and it really brought me into her world. And I love this series. This is always like my heart. I know other people love her Atlanta series and the other ones, and I love them too, but this one, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I love these characters, and it's amazing, and I love it so much. It is a set of 4 books. which then springs into a sequel series of 4 books. And then there have also been like individual books released within the same character, so within the same series. But it's awesome. It's like the Circle series. It's great. You should check it out. Next is an Australian book, Tomorrow When the War Began, by John Marsden. I always say James Marsden. It's like the guy from Buffy. No, that's not right. This book is set in modern time Australia, in like an outback town, and Australia is invaded by unknown Asian forces, and these kids are this group of friends is camping, and they escape the original invasion, and then they kind of stage this rebellion against them. And it's a series of 6 books, I believe, and then there's a spin-off sequel series called the Ellie Chronicles, which is a trilogy. And oh my god, they recently made this into a movie, and it was only released in North America about 2 years ago, give or take. And the movie was really well done too. So if you're not sure about the book, check out the movie, because the movie's really good and the book is even better. Next is an adult series. So this is You Slay Me by Katie McAllister. Oh my god, Katie McAllister's books are hilarious and sexy times because they're adult romance. But I used to read these in high school. I got like so addicted to them. I have all of her books, I think, and I would read them on the bus before I had my driver's license in a car, and I would almost pee myself. I'd be laughing so hard. And thankfully, it was very few people on the bus, and we all knew each other really well, because everyone, like, strangers would have thought I was nuts. But, you know, school bus. So, and then I passed them on to a friend of mine, and she would read them, and then she would pee herself, and we just peed ourselves all the time. Not really. Not really. That's like a metaphor. But they are awesome, especially if you want. These ones specifically deal with dragons. The main character, love interest, is a dragon. I don't think. No, it's not. That's on the back of the book. It's not. It's not a spoiler. And then there's magic, but any books by Katie McAllister are phenomenal. Next is another adult romance series. So this is A Quick Bite by Lindsay Sands. The awesome thing I love about these books is that the majority of them take place in Ontario, which is just so cool. I believe the author lives or is from the Toronto area, so a lot of them take place in the Toronto area. And they do take place other places as well, but that's kind of like the home base for the whole series. And it is an entire series about a vampire family, the Argenau family. There's a kind of like a sideline series called The Rogue Hunters. But, I mean, they're your typical vampire romance. It does get a little repetitive, but at the same time, they're so good. So good. And, I mean, I love Lindsay Sands for writing them and making them Canadian, because they are awesome, awesome, awesome. The next series I am just finishing, and then I need to read more of them. But this is Taste of Darkness by Maria V. Snyder. So this, I believe, is the 3rd book in her Healer series. And the first 2 were phenomenal. And this one I have started reading, and it is so good. But I know Maria V. Snyder is really well known for her Inside Out, the 2 books, Inside Out and Outside In. And those are her young adult books, and they were fantastic, and they dealt with like space. But these ones are, I guess high fantasy? Would they be classified as high fantasy? Yeah, I would classify them as high fantasy. I could be wrong. But really, really, really good. It deals with a plague that has started, and everyone blames the healers. They think that the healer started it, but throughout the series you're kind of learning exactly where it came from, and healers are immune, but if they try and heal people, then they get sick, and it's just, whoa, like, it is awesome. 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 I said awesome a lot. The next series is The Riders of the Apocalypse. This is the first book, Hunger, and it's by Jackie Morse Kessler. These books, oh my god, the feels, guys. Like, Hunger deals with famine, the horsemen, and oh my goodness, what is it? There's famine, pestilence, war, and death. I think of the Four Horsemen. I could have my mythologies wrong. I bawled during the first 2 books. They were so good. And look at these covers. All the covers are this gorgeous. Can you like see that? You can see a reflection in it. Oh my goodness. Such an amazing, like, emotionally impacting and stimulating series. Be prepared. Be prepared. Have plenty of tissues ready. And then the last series so far it's just a trilogy. I don't think there's plans to release a fourth one, but it's actually from it's an Ontario writer, which is awesome, as long as I'm not forgetting things, and pretty sure this writer is from Kingston, and that is The Agency by Y.S. Lee. I love this series so much. I have 2 copies. This is the British set, so I have the full 3 books in the British set, and then I also have the hardback and the North American covers, and oh my god, they're so good. They are historical fiction, and it is about the main character, Mary Quinn, and she has been trained to be a spy, and it's amazing. It's so good. So those are my top underrated series. Tell me if you read any of them. Tell me if you have any book recommendations for me, because I love these ones so much. And I will see you guys next time. Okay, bye.